Okay, friends, welcome back. And now we are going to look at other type of questions, namely the inference questions. So we have looked at the literal understanding questions, we have looked at the reorganization-based questions, and now we are going to look at the inference-based questions, right? Uh, my name is Vishal Arora. I am a teacher for verbal ability for corporate examinations, and I have been teaching for the last 12 years. I am an IELTS, CUET, and a TFL certified trainer, and I'm a writer of a novel which is known as Mad Dog Rides. You can buy it from the major platforms. This is our passage. We know that it's about a kid, and he's volunteering at a rehabilitation center. He comes across a group of 15 people. He meets Jungle, he meets some men, and finally he's very happy that he has gone there and worked there. This is what we have seen in the passage, right? So let's see. So what is inference? So inference is more than just literal understanding. You need to combine the literal understanding with your own knowledge and intuition and then arrive at a conclusion. These type of questions are known as inference-based questions, right? So was Sungmin able to speak clearly? Okay. So we need to look at text and we need to understand that whether he was able to speak clearly or not. He greeted the guy once he was there, right? And he showed him the various groups people, and therefore he could speak clearly, right? So you need to combine these things and then arrive at a conclusion. Sungmin hugged A's leg. Now this is in the form of multiple choice because you are playing a game, because you wanted to be fed, to help him understand the resident daily routine as his way of saying goodbye. Right. So Sungmin hugged A's legs. Why? Because it was his way of saying goodbye. Right. So you need to understand the text and then combine with these two things because it is being told that when I was leaving, then he hugged my leg. Right. When A was leaving, then Sungmin hugged his leg. Right. So it was a way of saying goodbye. How A's attitude toward understanding of disabled and disadvantaged changed through his experience of the residents? Right. So his attitude towards the disabled and disadvantaged changed by by his feeling that he would like to work more with them. He would like to go ahead and work with them, and they were able to make him much more wiser as compared to what he was earlier. Right. So all these things are given in the passage. So you need to go to the entire passage and then you come to this kind of question. Now, the questions in CAT and GMAT or SAT would not go into. This is how the question can be structured, and then four choices would be given. Right? It would be in the form of multiple choice. Right? But the question remains an inference question. Did the residents only play or did they also study? Right? So you need to get to the entire passage and read the passage and then come to this conclusion. Right? Do you think that A's work as a resident made a meaningful difference to people there? Yes, when he was leaving, then they all tried to talk to him, they all tried to say him goodbye, right? So, yes, it made a meaningful difference and he felt satisfied. Why do you think his work as a resident made a meaningful difference to him? Yeah, it made a meaningful difference to him because he had become much more wiser as compared to what he was earlier. This is what he says, right? So, these kind of questions need to be understood. This is the hints are given in the passage. You need to read the passage and then you need to combine that knowledge with your own knowledge to arrive at this kind of a conclusion, right? So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. We are going to look at another type of question in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Why did I feel? Okay, one question is left. Why did I feel as if you were being instructed by a child when young Gil taught him about the residence? Why? Because young Gil was very short, just 4 feet. His speech was like that, right? So he felt like a child. He was being affected by a child, right? So all these things need to be understood from the passage.